Hey, what's happening? It's Bill Smith. I released a video yesterday about Tommy Robinson. Some of you did not react well to it, and I understand. I totally get your world, man. It the first time someone showed it to me was in a comment on someone else's video, because I was defending him, and someone showed me something, and like I saw it, and I just didn't want it to be true. I did not want to believe it. I thought, no way, no possible way, right? It's Tommy Robinson. But there he is, wearing a Mossad shirt with a Star of David on it, admitting he's a Zionist. He's got a background working as a fixer for a Rothschild. He's a straw man. That's what his point is. Tommy Robinson's entire bit, the reason why you know who this guy is, okay? The reason why you know who he is because they want you to know who he is. That's the only reason. He worked for Rebel Media. Go look up them. Okay? Look who runs Rebel Media. Look at the stuff they've been involved in. I don't understand why every single time, without fail, every single time, man, every single time, I can just over and over. It's like, finally you get a guy and you think, okay, here's a person taking personal risks. You know, the police are raiding his house, you know, in the middle of the night. It's a play, okay? It's a big act. It's a play. He's protected in jail. He's not going to be harmed. He'll come out as some folk hero, and he'll use his position to continue to destroy the UK. So let me just make this really clear. His entire purpose, the purpose of Tommy Robinson, is to get you to hate Muslims. And it's hard to see because he's the only one talking about it. And there's the trick. Okay, that's the trick. This is why InfoWars tried to get involved in the q-anon stuff. Of course, Alex Jones can't get involved directly, so he sent Jerome Corsi in to be the InfoWars correspondent, and we all know how that worked out, right? The QAnon team literally called them out. Direct. Now, the interesting part about that was that it was written by a guy named Serial Brain, too. He's the only person to be directly, called out in the QAnon post, his analysis, directly on Reddit. It's the only Reddit post to ever make it there, and it just spells it all out so that everyone can understand. And they did that to smoke Alex Jones out because Alex Jones is a Zionist. Both of his ex-wives are Jewish. All his kids are Jewish. They get dual citizenship, the right of return. He's paying his ex-wife $500,000 a year in alimony. So all that caveman that you guys drink, okay, all those super mega man pharmaceutical stuff that they sell, all that stuff, okay, that money goes to his wife. A bunch of it, $500,000 a year of what you pay him goes to his ex-wife. And here we are. It's an exclusive with Tommy Robinson, his first message from prison as England awakens, right? And this is the trick, man. This is the trick. This is why it's so hard to see, because you want it to be real, and you're thinking, oh, my prayers have been answered, finally. Okay, finally someone is mainstreaming this. But it's just a play. That's it. It's like your neighbor keeps throwing snakes into your house, and you can keep fighting snakes. You can do that, okay? If you want to keep fighting the snakes, just understand that there will be more snakes, okay? In order to solve the problem, you have to go over to your neighbor's house, okay? And you got to punch that guy in the face, or you got to put a stop to it. You have to go to the source of the problem. You got to stop fighting the impacts and the effects. So Tommy Robinson, his whole purpose, okay, is to become an alt media leader so that people like us who are looking for the truth don't look at Zionism. We don't look at Israel. We look at Tommy Robinson, and Tommy Robinson tells us to look at Muslims. Now, I am going to be the first one to tell you there is a Muslim problem in the UK, all right? And you're not supposed to talk about it. So that's how he gets credibility. That's how it works. And I can show you all kinds of articles about, yes, it is a problem, okay? The purpose of the British legal system not prosecuting this stuff or giving people 22-year sentences and then letting them out after 5, right? The whole purpose of that is to demoralize you people. It's to demoralize the English population so they just get used to having their kids raped. And they just assume that whenever they do something, there's nothing they can do about it. It's designed to demoralize you. But it's only going to last so long before people rise up in the streets, they start doing marches. So you have to be ready for that, okay? Because it will happen. So, just like Belliati Marxist contingency, Isaac Green anti-school, jumping ship on us right at the exact most critical time in the QAnon movement, just like that, you got to have somebody there leading the charge so they can jump ship on the end. So whenever they do these marches, who do you think is going to be there leading the charge? It's going to be Tommy Robinson. And Tommy Robinson is a self-admitted Zionist, okay? He's an Israel first guy. He's not on our team, okay? I cannot make that any more clear. Someone said in a comment I read, they're like, oh, well, Tommy Robinson got involved because his niece, was gang attacked or something. That may be true. Show me a link. Show me a link. Show me an article that talks about that. Show me anything. I'm willing to bet you can't, because I don't think it's true. That's just something someone said in order for you to feel sorry for him and understand what his motivation is. Just like Alex Jones. It's fake, okay? It's fake. I don't watch InfoWars anymore. I can't stand them. I mean, once you see who they are and their purpose, it's difficult to just listen to him talk anymore. He's a meme. He was a meme 2 years ago. But the whole game plan is to keep people in the funnel somewhere. Now, if you're looking at alternative media, all right, you're already smart enough to understand that the mainstream is lying to you. So, okay, put yourself in the shoes of some Zionist Jews running the entire entertainment industry, all the news outlets. Put yourself in their shoes. What are you going to do? You're going to create a contingency plan, and you're going to have another funnel at the bottom of that first one, so that anybody who gets out of mainstream and moves over to the alt media, there's people there to control the message from going any further. Just anywhere other than Israel, anywhere other than Zionism. Here's a little, let's play this game. Go find me somebody in media that's not Jewish. Go find one. Post a link. Go find someone in the media at some level that's important that's not Jewish. Find one. And then, out of those people, if you can find a couple, I'm sure you'll find a couple. There's got to be a couple out there, right? Out of those people, look at their spouses, and then see if they've ever said, I don't support Israel. You will not find it. I'm telling you, you won't find it. And this is the reason. The reason is because no matter what happens, they have to keep you fighting the issues and the effects. The trick here, what we need to be doing is we need to go to the source. Stop trying to plug the holes in the hose, in the garden hose. You need to go to the spigot and turn it off. Okay? Because all roads lead to Israel. Now, there's a post on the QAnon board. It says, saving the best for last. Some of you have started to pick up on that. Now, I think that the reason why they did not mention Israel, and it's worried me, because I'm like, you gotta come out and say it, otherwise I can't really trust you here. I think the reason why they didn't say it was because they knew it would that their message would be under attack really bad. I mean, if they call out Israel, man, I mean, look at what I deal with on my channel. Look at what I deal with. Read the comments. Go find me on Twitter. People don't want you talking about this. They don't want you to know what a Zionist is. There's 5 steps between you and truth. And then whenever you get to the point where you chase any rabbit hole, okay, go find a conspiracy, chase to the end, you'll find a Jew. It's just that simple. Every single time, without fail. That's what you'll find. And then here's the answer that you'll get. Oh, that's not a real Jew. That's what you'll get. That's what people will say. Oh, that's not a real Jew. Real Jews wouldn't do that to you. That's called a no true Scotsman logical fallacy. So I have conversations with people all the time in the comments and online, and I say, okay, well, what is a real Jew? Well, nobody knows what a real Jew is. I mean, who knows what a real Jew is, right? Obviously, Jews don't hurt you. They're not trying to overrun Western Europe. They're not trying to push immigration to get control of everything. They don't occupy all the highest levels in the world. They didn't start central banking, And if you say they did, those aren't real Jews. Rothschilds aren't real Jews. Okay. Next. You want to know what a real Jew is? That's a real Jew. Okay, that's what Jesus is. Jesus was a Hebrew. And this is the interesting part. You want to know where Hebrews live? They live right there. Now think. Why would Israel want to have Palestine under military occupation? Why would Israel vote against Palestinians having their own country at the 2012 UN vote? Why would that happen? There's your answer. That's it. That's what you've been looking for. It will take you weeks, months, years to get there on your own. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Don't take my word for it. Just go do your own research. Go ask people, what's a real Jew? They don't know. They just know that real Jews wouldn't hurt you. They wouldn't. Barbara Specter, obviously she's a fake Jew, because real Jews would never talk about overrunning Western civilization and destroying it. I'm telling you, this is all payback. These people are angry about AD 70 when their temple got destroyed and the Romans kicked them out. And they consider Western culture to be a major threat to them. And they want to get even. And they're holding you personally responsible as a person in Western society. They're holding you responsible. They're trying to get even on something that's like 2,000 years old. That's it. That's what they're up to. Now, they tried to derail QAnon. I'm not going to go back into it. If you're part of the conversation, you are. If you're not, you're not. Okay, go check out Isaac Green Anti-School, Jumping Ship. Again, it's a demoralization tactic. It's the reason why they don't prosecute the gang rapes. It's the reason why the police don't go stop the grooming gangs. Where did grooming gang come from, by the way? It's a rape gang. It's child rape. Call it what it is. It's not a grooming. It's a funnel system. And if you can make it all the way through the bottom of the funnel, you're not going to like what you see, because all roads lead to Israel. All of them. They all lead there. So I was talking about anti-school. So what Isaac Green's purpose was to get in front of the movement, and then at the point of time when they needed to, jump ship. And then he takes half of the people with him, and then those half of the people turn around and they fight the people still involved and still committed to QAnon and the message. And that's just simple divide and conquer. That's how you do it. That's the formula. It is a demoralization tactic. That's why they do it over and over and over. I've already shown you where Isaac Green got that secondary channel name. It's called Elliot Marx. It comes from Belliati Marxist jurisprudence, radical contingency because of historical necessity. That's his purpose. That's what he did. That's why he's not handling it very well right now. But he brought up a guy named Baruch the Scribe. Baruch the Scribe sent him an email and said that he was actually fake Q, right? And they made the whole thing up. CBTS did not do this. Okay, we're already past it, but that's what the story was. The name Baruch the Scribe always rubbed me. I don't know why I didn't go look for it. But there you go. Now, I actually searched for Rabbi Baruch because this popped up in the Tommy Robinson video I did. It was like some weird, like universal, like cross section that I saw that and it stood out. I was like, oh my God, there it is. There's where they got the name. That's where Baruch the Scribe came from. I mean, look at what's on this page. Go watch what this guy says. This Rabbi Baruch. Go watch what he says. And then look at what comes up in the predictive text. Every single time. All I can do is show you. Until next time, this is Bill Smith. Thanks for watching.